Hello, welcome to the channel. My name is Karsha Goblin. This is the Goblin Cave, and I just thought during the recent times you haven't been seeing as much as from us, and I just wanted to just have a little bit of a talk and discuss pretty much what's been going on, and just an idea of how our community is going. So just a shout out to Sirenscape for the audio. Love their audio, love their music. We just opened up with the Descent into Avernus Hellscape with grim music, and we're just moving into just a friendly tavern, just some background music, because I always need that background just to settle things and just to keep things going. So check out sirenscape.com, they're amazing. And great for all your online or most likely online role-playing needs for these days. So what's been happening with the channel? So over the period of March, we haven't been uploading our games as much. We haven't been doing as much in the background. One of the reasons because I have not been well. It's not the COVID-19 or anything like that. I just haven't been well, and one of the episodes I wasn't really happy with. And because I wasn't happy with, and because there was also a outage during that episode, I just really had no enthusiasm to get that episode out and up and ready and out and up to the YouTube. It's now up. All 3 episodes that we've had backdated are up and they're running, and should be good. And they're being released over the next couple of days. Some of the times when we want to do stuff, we want to have fun, and I just didn't really have as much enthusiasm for the show than what I would usually have. And I won't go into really the details of that, but it really wasn't what I liked. It really didn't have me happy for having releasing that content. So we do have the content, it's all done and released, but I just wasn't happy with it in the end, which kind of led to why I didn't want to edit it and get it up onto YouTube. And then we've had the whole COVID-19 happening. I've been talking to all our cast members and to our community as well. Everyone is safe. If you're not quarantined, they're doing what they can. They're doing everything, social distancing, isolating themselves where appropriate, not hoarding. Everyone is okay-ish with toilet paper, which is a weird thing. And everyone's keeping safe and washing their hands and etc. etc. So just keeping contact with everyone, just making sure everyone's okay, and just trying to just be safe with everyone, and just So what's been happening as well with myself is one of the episodes from last week, one of the shows we did recently. You'll notice that I've got something on my shoulder. Now that is this. This is my heat pack. Now I've had some issues with my shoulder recently, and it's actually not my shoulder, it's my neck. So what's happened is recently I've had a pinched nerve between 2 vertebrae in the lower of my neck. That nerve goes to these 3 fingers, and at large goes to my whole arm. Now that nerve's been pinched, which is causing a great deal of pain in that arm, which is why you might see me stretching my arm a lot, putting it behind my head, or doing this or this throughout a lot of my episodes, a lot of the stuff we've been doing. That's because I'm trying to stretch my arm and put it in positions where it's not hurting as much. And I'll say as much because it's been hurting for weeks now. I'm on a lot of very strong drugs. I think I mentioned in one of the recent episodes that I feel floating, or that I couldn't even read. That's also been an issue with why we didn't do our one of our recent episodes of the Goblin Lords campaign. I was that heavily medicated that I actually could not read, and I'm not kidding with that. I'm on very strong medications, one of which I have also been told that I shouldn't have been on. And although it did help the floating sensation, it didn't actually help with the pain killing and the pain relief. On top of that, I was on it for 9, 10, 12 days, where you're not supposed to be on it for more than 9, 10, 12 days. I had to go through withdrawal symptoms and withdrawal and detox from that drug, which was not fun. So that's kind of what's been going on. I've been to the emergency department. I actually almost went there the night before. So this was a little bit ago. I had my goblin here. I was in immense pain. I hadn't been sleeping for most of the week. I would go to sleep, and because of my shoulders in so much pain, I can't sleep on my side. I'm on either side, and I was only getting about 1 to 2 hours sleep over a long period of time. I was laying in bed. It was about 3 o'clock in the morning, and I was like, I'm going to go to the emergency department. And then I was like, wait a sec. My goblin's asleep. He's got school the next day. I can't do that. He wouldn't react well for me going to the emergency department. My family were in Tasmania, like over 1,000, 12,000, 1,500 kilometres away. Yeah, so that was that. They actually were down there when everything blew up. The whole COVID stuff blew up. Formula One Grand Prix was cancelled. They hadn't been listening to the radio until they got there and then went, oh shit. And then pretty much turned around. So they cut their journey early, their holiday early. Their holiday was actually supposed to be a cruise, funnily enough, which was also cancelled and changed into a driving holiday instead, because cruises, yeah, that's not a thing these days. So they came back, and I also was able to ship off my little goblin to his mother's, and he's being homeschooled. He came home from school with a package of how to do stuff and keep up with the work, and with my arm being as bad as it was, I was able to essentially have her take him for a while, and she came, picked him up, I paid for petrol and whatnot. So that night is when I ended up going to the hospital because I was actually that bad. And that's when they found out the neck issues, the nerve issues, and the extreme painkillers and everything that I've been on. So that's kind of what's been going on with the community and with the shows. Tonight, I'm going to try to do... I can do enough prep for tomorrow's Goblins show. I hope everyone's going to be available for the Goblins show. As far as I know, 1 or 2 people are not well, but for other reasons. And I hope we can at least go forward and we can have a go at that. One of our cast members is having issues with internet connections. A couple, as I said, a little bit sick. And another's computer's died. That's not good. That's 4 people out of 6. So we hope we can get the show. The other issue is that what has been happening with me, again with my illness, is that I can't sleep on my bed at the moment because my shoulder's bad. So I can prop myself up on the couch and sleep kind of on my side and at least get some sleeping. And it goes back to about 7-8 years ago, when I was coming out of a domestic violence relationship, and I would sleep on the couch and watch League of Legends. That was the only way I could actually fall asleep. Only way I could fall asleep. So I've actually gone back to that mindset. This is the only way I can go back to sleep. And again, I'm still watching League of Legends. I haven't played it for about that same time, about 7-8 years. But this is somehow how I can go to sleep. The problem is that when I'm waking up halfway through the night or in the morning, my neck is very painful, my shoulder's even more painful, and so I then have to spend about 5 to 6 hours essentially with heat packs, with ice packs. So heat packs on my shoulder and the muscles around my shoulders and arm. Ice packs on my neck. Creams to then massage the muscles as well, my shoulder and whatnot, as well as all the medication I've got. And that's the only way I spend about 5 to 6 hours doing that each day. And then I'm okay. Finally, I'm okay. I can do stuff. I can actually, after that long it actually takes, I can then do stuff. I'm capable. And then at night, I then start with the ice packs more to then shrink the swelling and whatnot, so I can then try to go back to sleep. So we're going to try to do the Goblin Lords tomorrow. I might be very, very floaty. I might be in a lot of pain. But what we're going to do at least half the show, if people are available, that is. Because we want to continue that going. We still haven't got the artwork. The artist is actually fleeing the city and going out to family and whatnot to get away from the large population centres and the outbreaks. So hopefully we get the artwork on that soon. Haven't seen anything since the very initial first drawings of some of the characters, but we'll try to do the first half the episode. If you have the players available, we'll try to get half the episode done, and we will essentially on the break just assess where we are, assess how I'm at, see if I'm able to do another second half, or at least there's a section I want to at least get through, and if it takes half the session, great. If it takes more than that, we'll see if I can actually do the second part. We're just going to try to take it as it is. Ideally, at the moment, I usually can't stream when my goblin is around, so he's not around. And he's not at school, and we've got the place mostly to ourselves. I could be streaming every day and doing so much content, but at the moment I'm just not well, and that's how it is. So the Saints and Sinners I can do because I'm a player. I don't have to do as much prep. I can just heavily medicate myself. And I know last week I did a lot of the episode doing this, stretching my arms, stretching my shoulders, and the ice and the shoulder and everything. I can get past and I can play like that. I might be a little bit distraction. I'm sorry if it is distracting, but I can at least participate and we can have a show. It's harder to run a show when you're heavily medicated, etc., etc. So that's kind of what's happening. It's kind of what's happening. We might try to do some other bits and pieces, try to do some community stuff, just relax. I've been hearing that a lot of the role-playing games from people, because of course everyone has multiple role-playing games that are playing in, that a lot of them are being cancelled. So if we can do some stuff while this is all going on, while everyone's self-isolating and whatnot, heck, we'll see what we can do. At the moment I can't do much more as a GM than what I'm doing and what I can try to do. I'm just in too much pain. So that is what it is. Heck, I would love, because right now everyone's got so much spare time. Heck, let's do let's rapid do the Mines of Fendelver, Lost Mines, in this outbreak. Let's rapidly go through it and start to finish, and just have people jump in and out, 4 people a day, 5 people a day, whatever, of characters, and you just have 4 characters in the game and have different players play them characters throughout the time, whatever. That would be fun. That would be fun. It'd be hilarious. It'd be content, and it'd be something different. But again, I probably can't do it. It could be interesting, but we'll see. Had some fun recently, just playing some co-op games, so we might try to do some stuff there. But that's about everything I wanted to get through. Just mainly what's been going on while I've been doing all the stretching and whatnot. Everyone's nice and safe. We're going to keep going. There's stuff, of course, in the background. I haven't been able to work on much things, mainly because of with my medication, it is that strong that I really can't read. So when I'm doing this prep tonight, I have to wait till the medication all goes away, and then do the prep and then medicate again. So we're going to just do what we can. Everyone keep safe. Isolate yourself where you can. If you don't need to travel, don't. Don't bulk buy things. Just be sensible. Don't hoard. Keep yourself washing hands and everything. Cough into your armpit. Just be sensible. Really be sensible. Try not to overreact to things. I know a lot of different places are doing different things. We have people where states are locked down currently. We've got cast members where we've got a state locked down and we've got a few people in that state. We've got plays where 2 people outside, like 2 people groups maximum, things like that. We've got lots of different pieces. We've even got I'm concerned about Brazil at the moment, personally. I've been doing a lot of stuff and watching a lot of news and stuff, and I'm personally concerned about Brazil. Leah is from Brazil. Leah's with the community last year, and she's done amazing things with us. I hope she's okay. I haven't heard from her recently. But the president of Brazil has been calling the COVID virus a fake news, essentially, and a hoax, and has essentially ordered people to go about the day. And the drug lords in Brazil and the gangs have been the ones enforcing social isolation and lockdowns because the government has done fuck all. So I really hope people are safe. Wherever you are, stay safe. Be intelligent. Don't do anything stupid. If I can get some things working, if I can get some things organised, we may do some YouTube style videos. If you're looking for role-playing games or looking for something to do, go to places like Roll20. If your normal game is currently unavailable, if your normal face-to-face game is not happening, take it to Roll20. Take it to Fantasy Grounds. We use Roll20 because that's just what we use, but Fantasy Grounds is also an option. Both are viable. You don't have to be face-to-face to do role-playing. There's a lot of different options out there, but please, everyone stay safe. Don't do anything stupid. If you have got symptoms, isolate yourself. If the symptoms are serious, get yourself tested if you can, and totally isolate yourself. Quarantine yourself for 14 or so days. Try not to do it. Try to do your best not to spread this. Yes, it's pretty much a flu-like symptoms and whatnot, and a lot of places are going to the flu time period, but this is a new virus. There is no immune system, there's no inoculations, there's no shots yet. So be sensible, because you're being sensible is less for your health, but it's for the health of others around you. So yeah, that's me. This is the Goblin Cave, and yeah, be safe, everybody. Enjoy your role playing, and just remember, just because you're isolated in your own home does not mean you're isolated from the world. There are a lot of communities out there. There's a lot of places where you can contact. If you are feeling depressed, please contact your Lifeline or depression services or anything like that, in the locations that where you are. In Australia, that'll be Beyond Blue, or Lifeline. In America, I wouldn't know where it is, but please, if you are feeling depressed or if you're feeling that the world is coming in on you, reach out to people. Just because you may not have people physically next to you or physically around you, doesn't mean you can't reach out by the phone or whatnot. So please take care of yourselves. And for me, that's yeah. Bye for now.